Hey family, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, whatever side that you're on. Let me give you a part two of what I talked about a little earlier. So if you just buckle up and bear with me, I'm not gonna be here long. I just didn't have exactly the words that Pat had said about Oprah. And I think it's important to put it all in context because that was the context of the article. So what Pat said was Oprah Winfrey recently made headlines by telling an unflattering story about Whitney Houston and how the late singer's estate is hitting back. Let's see. Saying that Oprah's version of the story is just inadequate. While speaking at the Cannes Lions Festival in France, Variety and other outlets reported that Oprah illustrated that the influence she and her talk show had by claiming that Whitney Houston once fell off the stage during her 2009 appearance on the show because she had gone back on drugs. I think you full of yourself. Variety quoted Oprah as saying, "I knew that if that story had got out, Whitney would be destroyed, and that even so, though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not. That would not happen today. I can tell you that." I don't even think it probably happened then. I mean, it's possible. Because people just as poor today, and maybe a little poorer than they were back then, and a lot of people had written Whitney off at that time. Y'all was stealing from her, and they were doing everything else. Do you think if somebody had that and they were offered the right price, or if they thought they could get a couple $100,000 for that fall, they wouldn't have sold it? I don't have that much faith in humanity like that. Anyway, the official Whitney Houston Instagram account posted a statement from the late singer's estate on Wednesday saying Whitney absolutely did fall off the stage, but it was during a sound check, and that was due to the darkness of the area and her unfamiliarity with the sound stage. She was absolutely not high. This story was picked up by several media outlets. Like many people, she faced personal battles. But it is inaccurate and unfair to attach that struggle to every performance or every chapter of her life. The statement continued. The statement concluded, "What the studio audience witnessed on stage was the result of disciplined talent and the commitment, not the assumptions others project." Whitney's humanity included triumphs and struggles, but on that day, she showed up as the professional and gifted artist she always worked to be. We owe her the dignity of telling the truth and not repeating the myths. And as y'all know, Whitney accidentally, or she was purposely drowned in 2012. She was 48. That whole story is just so fuzzy. Was a bear. That's why when you said that Clive Davis passed away, for a lot of people, that just was not a big love loss. But I'm just gonna leave that for another day. Anyway, what do y'all really think about Oprah and why she does these things? She keeps coming out after the fact and talking about you know, all our stars or people we hold in high regard, she want to shit on them after they pass away. And I'm having a problem with that. I'm not hearing her do that for anybody else, you know, that's non-white. You know, I don't get it. I mean, what did I say? Non-white. Anyway, y'all know what I meant. I mean, I'm just thinking about that, and I'm like, I was trying to think if I could think of anybody that did she diss anybody like that? She'll do us when we alive. Is that what you get into that stratosphere? Is that what it's about? By disrespecting grassroots people? And that's what you being used for? You Judas. I think about you never said anything about Harvey Weinstein, but R. Kelly sitting in jail. And I know a lot of y'all mad at me when I say that, but I'm sorry, that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. You know. Here we got a person that can barely read. In fact, he can't read. Borderline on retarded, in my opinion. But when you bring him to the piano, and what comes out of the soul of that man is incredible. And we are to be perfected. We're not perfect. And some of the things we saw the mothers doing in that case made it very complicated. I guess she sick Gail on him. Gail broke him all the way down. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What y'all think about what Oprah has said and what the rebuttal from Pat or the estate of Whitney has said? I'll listen. I'll wait. If you like what you hear, just subscribe and share the channel. Again, I'm trying to get these algorithms up, y'all. I'm just trying to... YouTube ain't playing no games. That's all I can say. They ain't playing no games. Alright.